Stop fighting the static and start getting the message. Whether it's fleet tech or family dynamics, we're clearing the air right here. Dial 8554 podcast and get in on the conversation. Give us your thoughts on the show, share a story, or ask a question. That's 855-476-3227 or 8554 podcast. Stop fighting the static.
Welcome to another episode of the Fan Boss Frequency. My name is Chris, and I'm your host. And it's Friday, at least to my world. I don't know where it is on yours, but it is Friday. If you have not been to the new website yet, visit thefanboss.com to learn more about the show and other features and episodes and all that fun thing. And then you can also visit us on the listener line at 855-4 podcast. That's 855-4 podcast. Leave a message. Let us know what you like, what you don't like, and maybe if you have any suggestions for the show, we'd love to hear them. So, being that it's Friday, or Fun Friday in my world, I want to kind of discuss something that I've noticed a little bit more as I've gotten older. So, the hustle of running a company and staying at the top of a fast-paced industry like ours can absolutely make you feel like the world might stop turning if I step away from for just a minute, or even an hour or a day. It doesn't matter. I mean, a lot of us, we wear our busyness like a badge of honor, checking emails at the stoplights and, taking business calls everywhere we go during dinner. And that's something I've had to really work hard to get out of. But if we're building a legacy in a family business, we have to remember that the family part comes first for a reason. There's a specific type of exhaustion that comes from being the person everyone looks to for answers. And the only real cure for that is to intentionally disconnect and rediscover the people who make the hard work worth it in the first place. So taking a 3-day weekend isn't a sign of slowing down. It's actually a strategic maneuver. And for me, it's my own mental clarity. It's for the health of my household and those around me. When you give yourself permission to leave the office on a Thursday night and not look back until Monday morning, you're really giving your brain the space it needs to reset. Some of the best ideas for the future, for products and services even, have come out of not staring at my computer hours on end or being on the grind all the time. It comes from giving myself that space, that time to breathe and kind of see other things. Some of the best ideas for the future, come from when I'm out seeing things for the first time. Maybe I'm on a hike with, my older son, or, maybe I'm out fishing with my other son who loves to fish. By the way, if I just put my line in the water, I'm cool with that. I don't have to catch anything. I mean, sometimes catching a fish or run a fishing trip, right? So, when you get your mind away from things and you start really thinking about, hey, what's important, what matters, and you start delving deep into your soul and you're like, oh man, I really do need this time. And it's funny. I'm always glad I did it when I walk away from it. So, my wife always gets on to me because I'm like, I don't want to go anywhere and I don't need to do anything. Like, I've built a life that I don't have to escape. And I've always looked at vacations as an escape. And when I grew up, my mother was a teacher, so we didn't have a lot of fun money floating around. And we had some amazing vacations, but vacationing was not something we did on a very regular basis. It was, it was pretty rare. And when we went, it was awesome. And we always did it on a budget. And my mom always made sure, we always thought it was fun eating sandwiches in the car and, packing up to go for to the cabin for a couple of days was really cool. We had a lot of fun. And now that I'm older, I haven't done a lot of that with my kids and I regret it, but now I'm doing better with that. So the vacations are really a milestone of a life well lived. And they're stories that your family will tell long after business goals are gone and forgotten. Whether it's a quick trip down to the coast or a weekend-long getaway, those moments of the undivided attention are really what you're building the foundation of your business for. That's the purpose of the family business. Your kids won't remember the year you hit your biggest sales targets, but they will absolutely remember the time you turned off your phone and spent the entire afternoon just being a dad or a husband or a mother or wife. That's the kind of presence that is the greatest gift for your family. And it's the best investment you can make in long-term stability for your family business. We often talk about the reliability let me rephrase that. We often talk about the importance of reliability within our communication system, but we need to be just as reliable for the people who live under our own roof. If we're always physically there but mentally miles away, are we truly present? And I've had this argument 1,000 times. You know, that real professionalism knows when to shut the laptop and go play with the dogs, or, you know, go run around with your kids outside. My kids are older now, so the time I spend with them is a lot different from what it was when they were little. But it matters. It's time well spent. You know, those experiences are the true fuel that kind of keeps things running. Those long work days are worth it. The challenge that I go through, they're absolutely worth it. So as we head into this weekend, because again, it is my Friday, I want to encourage you to actually be where your feet are. If you're at a ball game, be at the ball game. If you're at a family dinner, be at that dinner. Let the technology handle the heavy lifting for a few days while you focus on the connections that matter the most. I promise you, when you return to work on Monday, all that stuff's still going to be there. All that information, all the questions, all the problems, it's all going to be there. That's the secret to being successful and having a happy home, is being able to split your time and give your time where you think it matters. But make sure, especially when your kids are young and they're growing up and they're going through milestones, be present. Don't just be there, but be present. And as someone who has done that all my adult life, I got to do this. I got to do that. I'm not getting ahead. It took me a long time to learn. I'm 44 years old, and I finally figured out. I'm like, okay, cool. So my youngest son graduates this year. You know, how many milestones do I have left in his life? You know, he's already started high school. He's already started middle school. He's already started kindergarten. You know, some of those things I missed, and some of them I was glad I was there. But that time that you spend with your family and having fun, I did something this year during the wintertime I never do. I made it a habit I would pick usually a Saturday. I'd sit there and I'd watch a series of something. And I'm going to sit here and watch this for the afternoon. I've never done that. Well, it was time well spent. Batteries recharged. I felt better after I did it. And I enjoyed what I was doing. But at the end of the day, when you have your family there and you shut your brain off from work and you really focus on what you're getting into and then you go back to work, it's an incredible feeling. And I know that I'm always excited when I go to work on Mondays, because I know I'm going to get hit with a challenge or something that happened over the weekend, or something from last week. It was a Friday problem that turned into a Monday problem, and now we get to solve said problem. So, you know, it's always a fun time, you know, going back after the vacation and so forth. And one of the things that I'm looking forward to is traveling more now that I have a little bit of time and I've got somebody in my operations slot that knows what he's doing, so I can walk away. And that's super exciting to me, because I've never been able to do that. And I trust him. I know if he gets into a bind, he'll call me. And I mean, as long as it's not like he's going to burn a building down or anything. I trust the kid, you know. So, but it's nice having that type of, you know, trust in somebody who can help me get to where I want to be. And now he's working to get to where he wants to be. So I want to be young and 23 again. But I hope you enjoyed this episode. Visit our website at thefamboss.com to learn more about the show, hear other episodes. And don't forget to drop us a message at the listener hotline at 855-4 And thank you so much for spending time with me today. And I really do appreciate all your support. Make sure to like, share, and tell a friend. And until next time, we'll see you on the Fan Boss Frequency.